We are 1 week away from Final Fantasy, and the winningest deck in standard best of one on MTG Arena is this Boros deck right here. A 65.3% win rate over 210 matches, average duration under 4 minutes a game. This deck is absolutely crushing it in the metagame going into Final Fantasy. So let's test it out, and let's see if this is the deck to beat for Final Fantasy Standard. Welcome to the Attic Manadad here. It's the channel where we explore what's fun in Magic, mostly on Arena. On Arena today, Boros is back. Did it ever leave? Not a Corey Steel Cutter in sight, and yet this is the most winningest deck. And I guess it's because the metagame just doesn't have the juice to answer both the mouse package, 4 Heartfire Hero, 4 Monstrous Rage, 4 Emberheart Challenger, 4 Manifold Mouse. We've got that going for us, which is nice. And the Auras package, Optimistic Scavenger, 4 Shard Mage Rescue, 4 Ethereal Armor. People are up to running 4 Feather of Flights. I had not realized this card is a 4 of, and I was looking at a bunch of these high winning deck lists. 4 of Feather of Flight, obviously the best card in the deck, Sheltered by Ghosts. 2 mana enchant a creature you control. It's going to get +1/+0, lifelink and ward, and even better, it's going to yoink something your opponent controls until it leaves the battlefield. And then we got 2 Demonic Ruckus, which is another thing to do with your mana on turn 1. You can plot it for a red. Otherwise, giving Menace and Trample. We've seen Trample is very important. Possibly the worst card in the deck, yet it does top out here at Tali's favor. So again, I was looking at the stats. This tends to have the lowest game in hand win rate, but maybe, if you're drawing it late, maybe you don't necessarily want it in your opening hand. This deck list, which is the winning deck list, is only running 2 of these. At Tali's favor, comes in, you discover 3, and again, +1/+1, and that Trample. The Trample is key. In the mana base, really plain. No pun intended. 5 plains, 5 mountains, 2 rock face village, 4 battlefield forge, 4 inspiring vantage. So 0 tap lands. Not messing around with the tap lands, not messing around with the verges, just going straight up like this. Makes it actually relatively budget. I mean, you might by now have your mice package, especially if you played the mice deck before. Everything else is common or uncommon except for these 8 lands, which again, you might already have your 4 battlefield forges and your 4 inspiring vantages. So that's the deck. I'm going to try a little experiment here. I'm not going to play as many games in the video. I'm going to play the same amount of games, but I'm not going to put as many games in the video. We're going to play a little bit. I'm going to show you just the choicest of the games, and then we'll go right to the win rate stats at the end, and you can see if my win rates will match the 65.5% win rate that we saw for the deck played by the Arena, population as a whole. All right, that's my spiel. Let's check it out. Playing some BOROS Auras, winningest deck, best of one standard, the week before Final Fantasy releases. Got a mulligan that. There's no creatures. Okay, we can keep 6. What do we lose? I think Feather of Flight. Oh, we don't even have... Oops, maybe we shouldn't have even kept that. We don't even have a way to play Optimistic Scavenger on 1. Got the Shard Mage's Rescue. Yep. Well, let's play the Emberheart Challenger. Not too confident it can survive. It's all Izzet. So this is the 3rd Izzet deck in a row I've faced here in silver. And they got my only creature that I can cast. Do we hit white mana off the top? We do not. Okay. All right, up against Wim the Fervent. We are in silver. You would think that would help. Scavenger on 1. And a mountain, and oh, thank goodness, they did not remove the scavenger. And we can hold up Shard Mage's Rescue from here on out. Thank the maker. And let's get a second threat on the board. And the turn. Swift Spear. No blocks. Monstrous Rage. Sure. Ooh. Manifold Mouse. I would like to be able to cast that. I could risk the Feather of Flight. I guess just to draw and see if we can get a land. We really need to also find some way to... Nope, just another Manifold Mouse. Really need to find some way to gain life. Because even with one land, a mono-red deck can deal some serious damage. Just the shock. Tali's Favor, which we can't even cast. Give this double strike. If we're going down swinging. So opponent with one creature has managed to get us down to 9. Oh, now they got a second land. And they got a second Monstrous Rage. Oh, but they finally scooped. We won! We won a game! Okay, before I reveal these truly horrendous stats, I just wanted to note that for Final Fantasy, I looked through the card file. There really aren't that many enchantments or auras, especially. There's like 2 blue auras, and that's it in terms of auras. But there's a couple enchantments, but just one I thought that has a chance of being in the deck. It's the side quest Blitzball. And what it is it would probably replace the Atali's Favor. You could give it a shot. At the beginning of combat on your turn, target creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn. At the end of combat, if a player was dealt 6 or more combat damage, transform this enchantment and attach it to a creature you control. So it flips into an equipment that gives +2/+0 and double strike. And the auto equip is pretty nasty, I would say. Pretty nice. The opponent does get 1 turn then to answer this. But then it sticks around and it's an equip 3. So for the games where you, where you flood out, that's a possibility. Okay, so Boros Auras. Dare I refresh this? I've probably hurt the win rate of this deck, although it doesn't have 140 matches. So maybe my my terrible play has not hurt it too much. Here's the card stats, by the way. Oh, it's not showing that. You just have to take my word. There it is. Sheltered by Ghosts, number 1. Tali's Favor. A mere 52.7% game in hand win rate. And opening hand actually is okay. You definitely want to see Heartfire Hero in your opening hand, I guess. All right, so let's look at my stats, Manadad's profile, and did it not record the? Okay, well, it doesn't look like it recorded constructed, ranked, all formats. Yeah, it doesn't look like it recorded my results with this deck. No, okay. So I guess Untapped is still having problems recording results, but I will tell you, I went 1 in 5. So 1 out of 6 games. You do the math on that. Was at 12.7% win rate. It's 12.5% win. It's terrible. It's bad. Yeah. There's not going to sugarcoat it. That's about all I can say. Anyways, this has been Mana Dad reminding you Magic is a game so fun, even dads can enjoy it.